Let's keep going with our program tonight. It's my pleasure to welcome research scientist at Silent Spring Institute and a co-chair of this evening's event, Dr. Kristin Knox.
Thank you, everyone, for your generosity. It is truly humbling and inspiring to see our community come together tonight and take on this critical public health issue that affects so many people's lives. Being at Silent Spring has opened my eyes to the ubiquity of harmful chemicals in our environment, but I take comfort in working with an amazing interdisciplinary team of scientists and knowing that we are making a difference every day to improve human health. It is therefore my great privilege to introduce you to the newest Silent Spring superhero and our new executive director, Dr. Mary Beth Terry. Mary Beth joins us from Columbia University, where she has spent more than 2 decades leading research on environmental risk factors for breast cancer. Chief among her accomplishments is her groundbreaking work on air pollution and elevated breast cancer risk among women with a family history or genetic susceptibility. Dr. Terry joined Silent Spring in July. She jumped right into the role of executive director with amazing ease, energy, and enthusiasm for our work together. She is brilliant, caring, and dedicated, and we are so excited to have her lead us forward into this next era of breast cancer prevention.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Dr. Knox. Dr. Knox has an amazing paper that's coming out in a few weeks, so look for that in the newspaper, and it's a really important policy paper. So I want to thank each and every one of you for coming tonight, for all of your support, for being partners in prevention, and I want to thank you for really embracing our mission, which you have shown tonight and you've done for many of you for 30 years. I want to thank the founders who are here tonight. If you can stand up. We would not be here without your bravery and your commitment and your persistence. Thank you. I want to thank Sharon Lerner and Mark Ruffalo for all that they've done to shine a spotlight on PFAS contamination and to spur action. Thank you again, Sharon. I've been an admirer of Silent Spring for some time. What this organization has accomplished in 30 years is absolutely incredible. The talent, the energy, the scientific excellence, the innovation, there is no other group like it. And I couldn't be prouder and more honored to lead Silent Spring into the next era. I remain incredibly grateful to Dr. Julia Brody for her exceptional leadership. I consider Julie one of my closest mentors. I've learned so much from her over the years, and through her groundbreaking work that has changed the way we do research. Julie set out in her career, what she has done is now the paradigm. This is the excellence that all teams now try to achieve, but Julie started that road for all of us. I also want to thank the incredible team at Silent Spring. They stood up before. May I ask them to stand up again? Although I've been here just a short while, I can absolutely tell you I have the best job in the world because of all of them. Thanks to all of your support over the years, Silent Spring has led the way in advancing our understanding of how chemicals affect our health, how we're exposed, how we can limit these exposures, and how, more than ever, we are in the position to build on that foundation and so much more. I'll tell you what I mean. You've heard tonight, and you may have seen in the news, that cancer rates are going up in young people, people in their 30s and 40s, sometimes earlier. What you may be less aware of is that 2/3 of all cancers that are diagnosed under 50 are diagnosed in women, with breast cancer leading the way. More and more young women are being diagnosed with breast cancer at a time when they are building and contributing to their communities, their families, and their career. This is a trend we cannot ignore. It's a trend that became all too real in my lab when one of my doctoral students was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 30. She had no family history, nor did 3 other colleagues at work, nor 2 college roommates, nor my sister-in-law, all diagnosed under 45 without a family history. During training, the prevailing assumption was that early onset cancer must be solely genetic. But as an epidemiologist who has devoted much of my career to studying the issue, I can tell you that assumption is wrong because it doesn't match the data. Instead, what's becoming increasingly clear is that environmental exposures, toxic chemicals in the air we breathe, the food we eat, the products we use, are likely driving this trend in early onset breast cancer. We know this because of Silent Spring. This past year, Silent Spring scientists identified more than 900 chemicals that could increase breast cancer risk, including hundreds that interfere with our hormones and damage our DNA. Jenny, are you there? Jenny, stand up. Jenny and Ruth Ann. They led a study that was just published in January, but already now is in the top 5% of all cited biomedical research by all metrics. Their list of chemicals sorted large databases that now, for the first time ever, we're able to know from this list of chemicals which ones are in the plastics that we use every day. We're also finding these chemicals in cleaning products, cosmetics, textiles, food, and drinking water. We're measuring these chemicals in people's homes and in their bodies, and we're studying how these chemicals can turn normal breast cells into cancerous cells. Finally, we're also acting on this information by communicating these risks to the public to ensure that people can make informed choices about their health and that policymakers have the data that they need to enact meaningful change in how chemicals are regulated, just as you heard earlier by Laurel with the EPA decision this past year on PFAS. Now we are ready to harness all this great work and take it to the next level. This is the critical junction. In the new year, and with your support, we plan to launch a new program to address early onset breast cancer. This will be a comprehensive prevention program to inform and reduce environmental exposures in communities and families at higher risk. We're going to look at exposures in women early in life during critical periods when the body is most vulnerable to chemicals, and we're going to look at how these exposures interact with their genes. And we're going to share these results so that women can start taking steps to protect their health. By doing this work, we will finally change the National Cancer Prevention Guidelines so that in the future, women around the country will be able to receive comprehensive information about preventing breast cancer, because environmental exposures will finally be included in the list of risk factors. This is not only good news for patients, but also good news for policy, because doctors are a very powerful force in advocating for changes that keep toxics out of our environment and keep communities safe. No one else is doing this research. No one. But I believe Silent Spring is in the best position to lead this work and reverse this trend in early onset breast cancer. This is why I came to Silent Spring, and this is why I hope to stay at Silent Spring until we can tackle this epidemic. Because the work we do here isn't just about scientific discovery. It's about the people whose lives we aim to protect and whose futures we hope to improve. It's about carrying on the legacy of Rachel Carson, who had signs of early onset breast cancer at the age of 38. And you all may be aware she died an untimely death at 56. The power to create a healthier future lies in our hands. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for standing with us as we move forward. I'm so excited and I'm so optimistic about everything we can achieve together. Thank you very much.